Hey ladies, it's Nancy. I wanted to show you a little bit of what's going on today in my world, and you may have seen this before, but can you guess what's happening here? And all these goodies that came in the mail, there is so much going on. It is all my meds for our next egg retrieval that we decided to do. And I've been through this 3 times now. This will be my 3rd time. This is a new protocol that I'm doing, a little bit different from the others. And it's no crazier than usual because literally you get all this stuff. You're getting boxes, and if you've never been through this before, it can be really overwhelming because you are literally shipped all these things, or you're picking them up. There's a million different size needles, there's alcohol pads, there's all kinds of vials and medications and stuff like that. So it definitely can really be overwhelming when you start getting into this process. And I found the best way to get through it is to be organized. And when you're organized, that really takes the stress out of things. So instead of having these boxes all over the place and opening them in the morning, especially if you're waking up early and you're not ready to start giving yourself medications. Hi, Erin and Jen, thanks for joining me. So if you're not ready, you need to get to work and you are rushing around trying to figure out, oh my God, which needle goes with what medication am I supposed to be taking right now? So organization is super key. So I have my protocol here that my doctor provides to me. Sorry about the sun there. So that tells me exactly what day, how much medication I'm taking, which medication I'm taking. So they're really great with providing this information. I don't know if every place does this. Oh, I have some crazy sunbeam. I don't know if every place does this, but this is amazing. So if your clinic doesn't do something like this, it would be great to just write down for yourself on a spreadsheet exactly how much medication you need to take it and at what time. And it is best, of course, to take the medication at the same time, as much as you can take it at the same time each day. So here I have all my stuff. And one of the things that I have chosen to do to make things a little bit easier for myself is I have one of my jewelry organizers that I wasn't using in the closet, and I was like, oh my God, this is a great idea, a place to keep all my stuff. And so it has all these great pockets on it. And what I do is I take out the needles for each medication, and your nurse should tell you which ones are for which. So I already know which ones they are, but so I have my shorter needles here for Lupron. And a great thing is that these needles come in a lot of different sizes, and sometimes they're a little bit longer, but you can actually ask your nurse for a shorter needle. And I get these little shorties, which are for insulin, and they are absolutely adorable because they are not even a 1/2 inch long. They're actually smaller than that. So, and they're super thin. So you really don't feel that going in, which is great. So I have here set up for my Lupron. I have my syringes for my Menopur, which I'm taking this time. I have the little Q caps to mix the Menopur. And then I just mark off which medication I'm taking. I have Menopur 1 and Menopur 2 because that needs to be mixed. It's a powder and liquid that needs to be mixed together. Hi, Jessica Steppen. Thanks for joining. So here I'll set up all of my medications, all of my syringes, and I don't keep it out. I take this and I put it in our clothes closet. So that takes a little bit of the stress away of actually just constantly having IVF in your life, constantly thinking about needles, especially if you're afraid of needles. So it's not something that you want to sit and look at every day, all the time. So I take this, I pop it in the closet, and we take it out as we need it. I throw everything in there, and I'll post a picture later of it all set up. I love it when it's all finished. Some other tips And this, I learned a hard lesson. This happens to be my progesterone in oil, but my Lupron also comes in a glass bottle as well. I will never forget the morning that I was getting my Lupron ready, and you know how expensive these things are. Glass vial, I'm half asleep, and I go to fill the bottle, and it fumbles out of my hand and drops onto the kitchen floor into a million pieces. I wanted to die. Has this ever happened to you? If it has, type in yes. Let me know that I'm not the only one that has actually dropped a medication before. I completely freaked out. And so I tried to figure out, I was like, what can I do to make this a little bit easier on myself and prevent it from falling? And so what my tip is to take a rubber band, and especially because these vials can be really tiny, and I just take a nice fat rubber band and I wrap it around the bottle a couple of times so that it is covered up. And what that gives me is an awesome grip. So I can hold on to this bottle without, especially when you're like filling it and you're kind of fumbling with it, you have to be delicate. But now it's got super grip on it. And I've actually dropped it with the rubber band again, believe it or not. But when it fell, the rubber band actually protected it. And it may not happen every time, but this is so worth it. So that's something that I'm gonna do. Hi, Joie Souza, how are you? Thanks for joining. So that's what I do with my progesterone and oil. And just some other tips during this time. While you're getting your egg retrieval, your ovaries are increasing in size. So you're going to become bloated. That's one of the things that happens. You don't want to do any crazy kind of exercise or twisting or things like that, because you want to make sure you don't want any ovary, you don't want to be able to have any torsion and have an issue with your ovaries. So that's something that you want to do, is make sure you keep exercise nice and light if you feel up to it. Walking is always a great exercise. So that's something that is great to do. Be gentle with yourself at this time. Things like Lupron, if you've ever taken it, can absolutely make you feel insane, make you want to kill. So when you're on these hormones, make sure you take the time to be gentle with yourself. Take the time to do things that you enjoy. If you want to sit and do some coloring books, whatever it may be, painting, watching your favorite movies, putting your feet up. Make sure that you do that for yourself. Another tip is to let your husband or let your partner know exactly what you need during this time. Sometimes the side effects can be a little bit crazy, especially the emotional ones, again, because of the hormones. The Lupron, if you're on Lupron, it's essentially putting you into a menopause-like state. So you have a lot of crazy things going on, and it's not always, if you've had PMS, it's not always easy to deal with certain things. So if you feel like you're having some things that are bothering you, or what's going to come up for yourself, let your partner know. Let him or her know what you need. Do you need some extra cuddles and snuggles? Do you need to be left alone? Do you want to be by yourself? That's a possibility too. I always seem to want flowers for some reason. I don't know, it just always seems like a nice thing. And I have these favorite chocolate cookies that I get, which are a little butter cookie with some chocolate on top. And my husband gets those for me, and I don't know, it just seems to make it just a little bit better. So all these little tips, again, making sure that you let your partner know, being gentle with yourself for all that you're going through. One of my other tips is don't get on the scale and look at your weight every day. These can make you go up in weight for some people. For me, it seems to add on 5 pounds each time. And it can be really upsetting. I went for a while really upset about the weight gain around my belly, and I had this muffin top that was driving me insane. So, I really had to learn to just be okay with it and realize what I'm doing for the family and the sacrifices that I'm making, and that it's okay. and that my husband still loves me with the muffin top or not, and I love myself with the muffin top or not. But it took a while for me to realize that and get there, especially when everything is feeling so crazy. Just some other tips I could think about when you're giving yourself your injections. If you are afraid of needles or need a little bit of distraction, I know sometimes, especially the first time, it's kind of stabbing yourself with these needles can be really scary. But one of the things that I do if I feel like I need a little bit of a distraction is I put the radio on in my bedroom. Put some music on, a little bit louder. Hi Mandy, hi Agnes, how are you? So I put the music on, and that actually takes a little bit of distraction away from giving myself the needle because I'm thinking of something else. Let me see, what else can I think of? Oh, I'd like to start on one side of my stomach and work my way over so that I'm not continually, I think we can kind of continually try to put the needle in the same spot. So I make sure that I start working from one side and work my way over so that I'm not getting lots of bruises and not getting needle upon needle, because it can get a little crazy. Right now I have, I believe 3 a day. I have two Lupron that I'm taking. 20 units each. I have gonal-f that I will be taking, and Menopure that I'll be taking right now over the next 2 weeks. I don't know, obviously I don't know how long my cycle is going to last. It's usually 12 days, but mine have always gone a little bit over. I've gone into the 14-15 day range because of the low ovarian reserve, and we'll see how it goes this time. So I will keep you updated on my egg retrieval, how I'm feeling in the next week. I'll post that picture of everything set up in my beautiful little jewelry organizer, which I love so much. So let me know if these tips helped you. Please comment below. Let me know if you enjoyed this video, if you'd like more of them. I will be posting more to let you know how I'm doing. And yeah, here's to making some awesome eggies, right? I'll talk to you ladies soon. Bye.